Hello there, this is Chris. I have a question for you. Do you want to become a better speaker? Do you want to become a better leader? Do you want to become a better person? I don't know about you, whatever you're working at, whatever you are in, it is very important for you and me to become a better person and in the skills of leadership, which is about influencing people regardless of your position. And also, speaking is so important, communication is so important. And that is why I asked the question. But if you want it, how will you be able to do it? And I have three suggestions for you. Number one is to join a community, a circle, a group that will help you become that person. Because you become who you are associated with. You become what you are exposed to. You become your circle of friends. You become your network of friends, of people. The people who surrounds you influence you a lot. And by being in a community, in a circle, in an organization that is focused on that, focused on developing the person, on communication and leadership, is so much helpful. My friend, I am a member of Toastmasters, and when I learned about Toastmasters and having the aim, the goal to become a better speaker, become a better presenter and communicator at work then, when I was an accountant, an auditor working with a company, I thought this is so important to me. And so way back in 2010, I joined Toastmasters, and I've learned a lot in the process from the people who I associate with, from the people who I regularly meet in our meetings. So join a community, an organization, be part of a circle that will help you become who you want to become. And in this case, becoming a better communicator and becoming a better leader. Tip number two is this. You've got to attend big events. Attend big events. I say big events because there's something that is happening in big events. When there's a crowd, there's like the intensity, the magic, the power is something. There's something in it. There's something in a crowd. There's something in the power of the crowd that would pull you in. And somehow the magic that is happening is heightened, is increased, and you want to tap on that. And right now I'm in Cebu actually, and before I go back to fly into Manila and then to Baguio and Benguet, I'm here shooting this for you because I want to share value. And I just attended the district conference of Toastmasters. This is for the entire country, for the entire Philippines. Because in the Philippines there's one district, and that's District 75. And Toastmasters from all over the country gather for this conference, and we have learning sessions, educational sessions. We had a keynote speaker who is a world champion. We have different speakers from all over the world and from the country who share their experience, their expertise, their insights, their framework. And as I was there in the conference for these learning sessions during lunch and during all the fellowship and all the activities that we had, the impact of the message is like being marinated with me and the other people, and there's something that is going on in that big event. And so I've been attending district conference for I think it's around 5 times or even more. And I saw the magic in this. And I also continue to attend conferences in different areas, and not just for Toastmasters, because I saw the big thing in big event. So tip number 2 is this: you go to attend big events, whatever that is, in that organization that you joined in. And finally, third, my friend, is to go and apply the learnings you got in the small events. You have to look for small events like a true testing ground or training ground where you will apply the learning that you got from the big event. In the case of Toastmasters, we have what we call the Toastmasters meeting, and that's the regular thing. More No. Many clubs would meet every other week, like twice a month. And some clubs would meet every week, say every Tuesday, every Friday, whatever their schedule. And it's a small event. It's like 15 to 20 or even 10 to 15 people gathering regularly in that small event where you get to try to practice the learning to speak, deliver speeches, listen to others and give feedback and share insights and again deliver speech and practice roles, all these things. You try all these leadership and communication concepts into an environment that is safe, that is so friendly, where you get to practice and test the principles, test the concepts, does it apply? And in the process with the law of accumulation, because you'll be accumulating all the learnings from those experiences that you have in the small events, put them together. If you review like 6 months of doing that continuously, regularly in small events, you'll see the difference. You'll see how you've grown a lot. And that's very true in my experience. I was so shy before. I tend to be so reserved and just remain silent in a conversation. I don't even try to ask questions or initiate a conversation. But months after I joined Toastmasters in doing all these different meetings, I've seen how I was growing from shy into somebody who is somehow trying to interact with people, engaging people, and trying to initiate conversation and learning a lot in the process. And up to this date, I continue to attend those small events, those meetings. I've been a member since 2010 and right now it's 2019. I'm still a member and I see myself staying in this organization because of the learning, because of the gift of the three things that I shared. I get to belong to a community, a circle, an organization that is supportive, that is also sharing the same objective or mission or cause as I am, to become a better person and helping others become a better person as well in terms of communication and leadership. Because after all, the end result is about being a better person. It's not about simply having better speeches, but also being a better person. Because as you become a better communicator, you have a better way of building relationships, of impacting people around you, of becoming a better leader. And that I learned in that organization. And this organization, as I continue to attend big events and bring the learning, apply it in small events, continuously, regularly, and the magic happens there. Join a community. Attend the big events and bring the learnings, apply it in small events so that when you go out there, you'll be ready somehow to face life's tough challenges of leadership, of life, of communication, of you in your relationships, of you as a person, of you leading an organization, of you working as an employee, of you working as a sole entrepreneur or freelancer, or of you having a business. Whatever you're doing, this is so important. And that is my simple tip for you today. Again, this is Chris. And if you learned something from this, and if you're familiar with the 90-day challenge that I've started weeks ago, I still continue to do that. But I'm changing the format, but I will continue to bring in the purpose why I did that in the first place, which I may talk about that in other videos. But we're back in this conversation of growth, of becoming better, because after all, that's what we need to do. Because as we continue to live, it is a must that we grow, we become better. Because when we stop growing, we stop. When we stop growing, we stop living, and we start dying. And that is why Together, let us continue to grow. And this conversation of growth, I call it growth conversation, shall be part of the journey. Join me in this journey. Join me in this process of learning. And so, what I'm going to ask you is to engage in a conversation with me. If you have a question, feel free to put your question in the comments, or additional insight or additional input with the sharing that I just had in this video. Or feel free to share this to your friends. Feel free to give some reaction, a heart, a like, whatever. And I'll be glad to join you in this conversation of growth. Let us continue to grow together. Again, this is Chris saying hello from Cebu, and soon I'll see you once again in our video. Bye-bye.